head basketball coach Andy Enfield has not been accused of anything.
USC having more problems with high-ranking officials accused of sexual misconduct. There's word that one of the vice presidents is out of a job of the medical school following allegations of sexual harassment. This is according to the LA Times, saying it's not clear yet whether David Carrera was fired or resigned, but it says USC officials are now investigating several complaints against him. Coming up, Downey, North 5 at Lakewood, got a motorcycle down. That's affecting the left lane. Tell you more in 2 minutes at 7:43. If you filed for a tax extension, October 16th, is the deadline, and it's right around the corner. But what do you do if you still can't pay what you owe? The absolute worst thing you can do is nothing. Every day you put it off, the IRS is crushing you with crazy penalties and interest. You know that, but you don't call the IRS on your own. They're the most brutal collection agency on the planet. This is what you do. You call the pros at Rush Tax Resolution. Rush Tax is here locally, and they're the only ones I recommend. One listener who called Rush Tax owed $1.1 million, and Rush settled for less than $5,900. Another owed over $90,000, and Rush settled with the IRS for $100. $100. So if you own a business, you're behind on payroll taxes, the IRS has the power to shut you down. But Rush Tax can protect both you and your business today. They have an incredible zero complaint history and are A+ rated with the BVB. So do yourself a favor and call 855-IRS-CALL, and they'll tell you for free if they can help you out. 855-477-2255. 855-IRS-CALL or rushtaxresolution.com.
7:44 on Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Good morning, I'm Nick Phillip.
And I'm Vicki Moore. Coming up,
The police are hoping security video will help catch a man who vandalized a number of cars near LAX.
This is Frank Motek. More changes for retail and consumers. Target teaming up with Google. Stocks hover near all-time highs. Your money at 750.
I'm Randy Cardoon. There will be no repeat World Series matchup from last year, and is a broadcaster section forming in the statues outside Staples Center. Sports in 10 minutes.
Harvey Weinstein said to be in Arizona for sex addiction treatment, and New York police are reopening their investigation.
Those stories are coming up in the next 15 minutes, but first at 7:45. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you by Wabanesa Insurance. Here is Jennifer York.
241 still closed. The fallout, it's tough, boy. The 241 closed from the 91 down to Santiago. And what does that mean? Well, Scott used this a little bit ago. He said it's the domino effect. What comes out of the 91, very tough out of Corona. The 15 North really slammed out of Temescal Valley. What about the 55? Let's go to the Pacific Coast Termite 55 Jam Cam with Desmond Shaw.
Yeah, I tell you, Jen, it's been just a terrible week to commute around Orange County with that closure here. Big time ripple effect. No doubt the southbound 55 is probably suffering the most of all here from the 91 clear down through the 5 actually to just about Editor. It's a very trying drive here. Most of your surrounding surface streets in the area don't look to be great. Tustin Street is a little bit better than the freeway, but that doesn't go all the way through. So there's not going to be any easy way to get around Orange County until the 241 reopens, and who knows when that's going to happen. Southbound 5 loads up from the 91, heavy down through the Crush. It looks like, geez, most of the way down to the 133, and northbound as well from the El Toro Y, most of the way to the Orange Crush. And let's get some more of the 5 in the Downey area with Brian Douglas.
Our northbound side still dealing with this motorcycle crash right past Lakewood Roseby Boulevard. So 2 left lanes are still blocked. You're going to be jammed from Carmenita. Now, if there's any good news, once you pass the crash, the North 5 is wide open all the way up to the 710, then heavy again into East LA. Your southbound side, heavy from the 710 down to the crash as folks stop to have a look. Let's check out our 105 freeway. Here's Scott Burt.
Okay, the West 105 is actually moving okay, starting right around Central Avenue over toward the 110, but other than that, the entire stretch of it westbound from the 605 over toward LAX is heavy. Eastbound, pretty good shape until you get to the 710. From that point, kind of jammed over toward the 605 interchange.
Eastbound out of the 10, right around Barranca. We've got a stall in the middle lanes. The backup is all the way to the 605 to that eastbound 10. That's highly unusual. Wawanesa Property Insurance has big savings for owners and renters. It's the Wawanesa Way. For a free quote, call 877-WAWANESA or visit wawanesa.com. Our next report is at 7:55. I'm Jennifer York with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
All right, we'll have a nice mild afternoon. Temperatures right along the coast, about 72 with some patchy clouds hanging around most of the day. 76 and a good sea breeze through the basin for downtown LA and the OC metro areas. Anywhere from 79 to about 81 for the valleys, Inland Empire and high deserts, and 65 for the mountains. We start to warm up Friday and more so on a Saturday and Sunday as the offshore winds pick up. The humidity will go down and the fire danger will go up, and that'll be right through Sunday. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2 meteorologist Craig Herrera, KNX 1070 News Radio.
This morning in Studio City, it's 59. Huntington Beach has 65. Agoura Hills has 54.
748 at KNX. Cops want to find a guy who vandalized luxury cars in a rental lot. This was over near LAX. There's security video. They're hoping that'll help. So they say after breaking into the lot, the guy caused about $50,000 in damage. Stole some keys from several cars, including a McLaren and a Lamborghini. Manager of the lot told CBS 2 that it was a pretty bizarre scene.
I think it was a little crazy, maybe a little drunk, maybe high in bath salts. I don't know. Whatever it was, he went in there, did whatever he wanted to do, and then tried to make off with a Ferrari.
Like we said, there is security video, and you can see it if you like on our website, knx1070.com.
And so, every time you and I talk to the mayor, Eric Garcetti, we always ask the question, so, what's next for you, Mr. Mayor? What are you going to be running for?
I'm surprised he doesn't have a little recorder in his pocket now. He can just press play on that.
It says, well, I enjoyed the job that I'm doing here as mayor of Los Angeles. But Sacramento Bee asked him a couple of days ago what he might be thinking about doing, not the least of which is maybe running for governor. And this time, Eric Garcetti said, and this is a quote, I'm going to take a little bit of more time to think about it.
President Trump is pushing his tax reform plan. He was talking in Pennsylvania, promoting what he called a simple and fair tax reform plan. The president said it'll encourage companies to stay and grow right here in the U.S.
My administration has taken historic steps to remove the barriers that have slowed you down. America first means putting American truckers first.
Some congressional committees working on the details of the plan, hoping to get legislative victory for the Republican Party.
The acting head of Homeland Security will be meeting today with hurricane victims in Puerto Rico, and the CBS News correspondent on the ground there, David Bigno, says that visit comes on the heels of some new tweets this morning by the president, who says people in the territory need to be doing more to help themselves.
President Trump tweeted that Congress needs to decide how much to spend in terms of helping Puerto Rico rebuild. Mr. Trump went on to tweet that FEMA, the military, and first responders, who've been amazing under the most difficult circumstances, cannot stay in Puerto Rico forever. Based on our reporting, people here are not asking for forever. They're asking for things to get better right now.
The House Speaker Paul Ryan and a number of members of Congress are going to Puerto Rico tomorrow to see what's going on.
750 at KNX.
What's up, Make Your Money? Here's Frank Motek.
Good morning. Target joining other big retailers in offering voice shopping. Moves happening as Google says shopping will be available later this year through Google Assistant on iPhone and Android phones, joining its Google Home device and Android TV. Now, Target will be joining Walmart and Home Depot, among others, in partnering with Google on voice shopping as they look to compete against Amazon with its Echo devices. Alexa, buy me something, right? Amazon started offering Echo voice assistants already about 3 years ago, while Google made its debut with Google Home earlier this year. To be more competitive with Amazon, Google Express scrapped a $95 a year membership just about a month or so ago, allowing shoppers to get free delivery on orders within 1 to 3 days as long as the purchase is above each store's minimum. Looks like we got a child safety seat recall just announced. More than 500,000 child car seats made by a company called Diono are being recalled. The company will send owners an energy-absorbing pad and a new chest clip, and the recall is expected to start on November 22nd. The stock market started the day at record highs, only a slight pullback this morning. Right now, the Dow's down 15, NASDAQ down a fraction, the S&P 500 down 2. We check your money at 20 and 50. Frank Motek, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Honoring first responders as heroes. More in a minute. It's 7:51.
Brought to you now by Aquarium of the Pacific.
The Aquarium of the Pacific was presented with a 2017 Friend of Child Life Award from Miller Children's and Women's Hospital, Long Beach. The hospital selected the aquarium in recognition of the resources it shares with pediatric patients and the services provided to educate the community about marine life, sustainability, and conservation of natural resources. Visit aquariumofpacific.org for info. That's aquariumofpacific.org.
Hey, it's Mike Simpson for Cunning Dental and their permanent teeth in a day procedure that has changed the lives of our listeners who were once struggling with loose, missing, and badly damaged teeth. You walk in with your troubled teeth and then you walk out with new, beautiful permanent teeth in just one day. Log on to cunningdental.com for the amazing before and after photos and videos and get a free exam, CT scan, and x-rays, $1,200 value for free. Two great locations, Montclair and Irvine, 855-2-CUNNING, 855-228-6646. Financing options are available. Certain restrictions apply.
When searching for solar roofing, search Peterson Dean Solar. Friday, Hawaii 5-0 is going double O.
You're not going to believe who's in town.
Hello, chaps. Catch you at a bad time.
New Hawaii 5-0, CBS Friday.
7:53 at KNX. Several members of the LAPD and fire departments going to be honored today. They're being called heroes for their public service.
From floods to fires to earthquakes and the shooting rampage in Las Vegas, first responders have been all over the place.
It's crazy because we've never seen anything like this in this type of volume, with this type of frequency. It's just remarkable. And it's the stories you don't hear.
LA City Councilman Mitch Englander says a firefighter who helped save a victim from a structure fire will be among those recognized at the 38th Annual E Awards.
He personally carried the man out to safety, but if that wasn't enough, he personally drove the ambulance to the hospital, saving this individual's life.
He says those honored are selected by peer groups, and it's quite competitive. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
LA County has officially launched a drive to expand a program designed to connect homeless people with some services and find them housing. The expansion will be funded by a quarter-cent increase in sales taxes that was approved by the county voters, took effect this month. The kickoff event was held in a part of South LA where the program has found housing for hundreds of homeless people.
Blvd Terrace, east 210 before Osborne, got a crash there affecting the left lane. We'll tell you more in a minute. 7:54.
The American League Championship Series is set. Here's Randy Cardoon.
Bill, the defending American League champs from Cleveland took the first two games of their ALDS with the Yankees, and last night the Yankees completed a 3-game KO of the Tribe. They beat Cleveland 5-2 in Game 5 of their series. First time a first seed blew a 2-0 lead in an American League Division Series. You got to go back to 2001, and you know who that team was.
I've got to let it go and just enjoy the show.
Yeah, the Moneyball Oakland A's, Yankees at Houston tomorrow. By the way, today it's Washington hosting the Cubs. Winner of that game faces the Dodgers on Saturday. The newest recipient of a statue to be unveiled in January outside Staples Center is retired Kings broadcaster Bob Miller. He's not sure exactly where that statue is going to be, but he does know.
It's going to be near Chick Hearn, who was so valuable to me in getting this job here. He's the one who recommended me for the job, and I'm sorry he's not here to enjoy that. I think he would be extremely pleased that the guy he picked lasted for 44 years here doing Kings hockey.
Next sports in less than 30 minutes. From the Southern California Chevy Dealer Sports Desk, Randy Cardoon, KNX 1070 News Radio.
The Academy has scheduled an emergency meeting to talk about Harvey Weinstein. NYPD is opening a case, taking complaints if they come up. Much more coming up at the top of the hour. 8 o'clock is 7:55.
Sports brought to you by 1-800-NO-CUFS. Now your traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the Fox with Jennifer York.
Thank you for the tip calls. 101 eastbound at Tampa. How about a 3-car crash in the second lane from the left? Just happened. 101 eastbound at Tampa. Let's go to Scott. He's got the Pacific Coast Termite 210 Jam Cam.
Get calls on this one too. Bad crash, 210 eastbound coming up on Osborne. Left lane taken out. Maybe have somebody trapped. So backing up from Polk and affecting the East 118 from Glen Oaks. Some additional slowing through the Verdugo Pass as you head into the Lockerson area over toward the 2. Use Foothill Boulevard instead of the 210. Some issues on the 5 around Lakewood Boulevard. Brian Douglas.
This is our northbound side. Lakewood, yeah, Rosemead here. 2 left lanes still taken away. Injury crash involving a motorcycle. You're absolutely jammed from Carmenita. Now once you're past the crash, speeds improve. Wide open up to that 710. Let's go to the 5 in Orange County. Take a look at that. Here's Desmond Shaw.
Just awful both sides and issues both sides. Southbound 5 at Main Street near the Orange Crush. Carpool lane plugged up with a stalled out car. That is going to have you frustrated from the 91. Continued heavy almost down to the El Toro Y. Northbound at Red Hill, there's a stall in the left lane. That's bad from the Y. Stays heavy near the Crush.
Our next report is at 8:05. I'm Jennifer York with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
The temps are going to be back into the mid to upper 70s later on today. Sunny skies after we get rid of some of this cloud and fall condition we have, especially along the coast right now. It's 64 degrees downtown.
Containment in that fire in Orange County holding at 60%, but fire weather, more of it is coming. More coming up at 8:06. It's 7:57.
Who will light the night up? Carson Wentz drives Philadelphia into Charlotte to take on Cam Newton and Carolina. Thursday Night Football on CBS and NFL Network.
DUI arrest? Machine says over the limit? You may think it's hopeless, but at 1-800-NO-CUFS, we know there's hope. I'm attorney Darren Kafanoki, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFS. At 1-800-NO-CUFS, we know there's more than 58 ways those tests can be wrong. Our science nerds have expertise in biology, chemistry, and forensics, so we can tear those tests apart for you. Call 1-800-NO-CUFS. Keeping handcuffs off for more than 2 decades. 1-800-NO-CUFS.
Make a lasting impression with your friends, family, and business associates. Staples Center private suites include Lakers, Clippers, and Kings games, plus top concerts, family shows, and other world-class events. You and your guests are sure to have a VIP experience each and every time. For more information, call Nick Mann at 213-742-7182. That's 213-742-7182. Or visit staplecenter.com today.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high-commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Breaking news and traffic on the air at KNX 1070 and online on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Broadcasting live from the Southern California BMW newsroom. Visit SoCalBMW.com today for exceptional lease and finance offers. AM 1030, AM HD, AM HD2, Los Angeles. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Coming up, the top local story.
Harvey Weinstein in Arizona reportedly for sex addiction rehab.
More stars continue to speak out about this.
Fire crews getting ready for the Santa Anas to start blowing again.
Those stories plus traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s, coming up in just 3 minutes after CBS covers the world. It's 8 o'clock.
CBS News. I'm Steve Kathan.
It's devastating. It literally looks like a bomb went off.
For thousands of Northern California homeowners, there are no pieces to pick up. Wildfires incinerated everything that used to be home. CBS's Carter Evans reports firefighters say there's been little progress.
Firefighters are worn out. Many of them have been on this fire since Sunday with little or no sleep at all. I talked to a firefighter yesterday who'd worked 60 hours straight. He was still going, but he figured that was the time he had to be up and working when I saw him, because that was the time when the winds had died down, and they thought that might be an opportunity to get out in front of the fire.
At least 23 deaths are blamed on the flames. Reports say the New York Police Department's reviewing evidence surrounding disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein. Officials decided against making a previous case, and DA Cyrus Vance said yesterday,
"We encourage additional victims to contact the office."
President Trump has visited Puerto Rico and has attacked local leaders from afar. Today, as we hear from correspondent David Begnaud, he took to Twitter.
President Trump tweeted that Congress needs to decide how much to spend in terms of helping Puerto Rico rebuild. Mr. Trump went on to tweet that FEMA, the military, and first responders, who've been amazing under the most difficult circumstances, cannot stay in Puerto Rico forever. Based on our reporting, people here are not asking for forever. They're asking for things to get better right now.
Correspondent Major Garrett has more on a fresh characterization that's emerging from inside the White House.
According to a Vanity Fair story published Wednesday, Mr. Trump told his former head of security and close friend Keith Schiller, quote, "I hate everyone in the White House. There are a few exceptions, but I hate them." The report also claims that Chief of Staff John Kelly is miserable in his job and remains only out of a sense of duty.
The White House has denied the accounts. CBS's Vicki Barker tells us an American woman and her family have been freed by the Taliban in Afghanistan.
We have waited since 2012. The wait is over for American Caitlin Coleman, last seen in this video in December. 5 years after she and her Canadian husband were abducted by the Taliban-linked Haqqani network, they are free, along with the 3 children she bore in captivity. When the same group released U.S. soldier Bo Bergdahl in 2014, it was in exchange for 5 Guantanamo detainees. The circumstances this time around are unclear. The Pakistani military says it secured their release after receiving U.S. intelligence they'd been moved into Pakistan.
The U.S. has formally told the UN it will leave its cultural and educational organization known as UNESCO. Washington stopped contributing money to the group 6 years ago. Membership was given to the Palestinians. FDA advisors are considering approval of a new gene therapy today that improved vision for some people with hereditary blindness. If it gets the okay, it would be the first gene therapy in this country for an inherited disease. Dow is down 10. This is CBS News.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Good morning, I'm Dick Elton.
And I'm Vicki Moore. Top local story at 8:03. Harvey Weinstein getting hit on multiple fronts this morning. As you heard, the NYPD has opened an investigation. The Academy has scheduled an emergency meeting on Weinstein. The board of his own company and damage control, and Weinstein said to be in Arizona for sex addiction rehab. KNX 1070's John Baird is live and begins our in-depth team coverage.
He was seen entering his attorney's office here, and Weinstein told photographers, he told TMZ, he's going to get help. This as more and more women come forward to accuse him of inappropriate sexual behavior, including assault.
You know what? We all make mistakes. Second chance, I hope.
He's going to the Meadows in Wickenburg, Arizona, supposedly for treatment of sex addiction. But is that a way to try to get off the hook, or is it real? Dr. William Feuerborn is a certified sex addiction therapist. He's from USC.
The fact is, we see this. We see people's lives get destroyed by their sexual behavior. We see them continue engaging in behavior like this despite terrible circumstances in their lives.
He says there's no cure. He says in the treatment, they first try to help people stop the behavior, and then they dig deeper into the cause. Reporting live in L.A., John Baird, KNX 1070 News Radio.
The district attorney in Manhattan is defending his office against the criticism for not pursuing a case against Weinstein a couple of years ago. The woman involved did wear a wire for the police to get Weinstein on tape talking about what happened, but D.A. Cy Vance Jr. says that was not enough to take the case to court.
Sex crimes prosecutors made a determination that this was not going to be a provable case, and so the decision was made not to go forward. That's the basis for it. I understand that folks are outraged by his behavior. I understand that there are many other allegations that have surfaced, but in our case, we really did what I think the law obligates us to do.
Vance also has denied an allegation that decision was influenced by a campaign donation from one of Weinstein's attorneys.
8:05 at KNX. The BAFTA suspended Harvey Weinstein's membership. What's the Academy going to do? They've scheduled an emergency meeting. More coming up in 2 minutes. It's 8:05.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here is Jennifer York.
The Ventura Freeway eastbound at Tampa has a three-car crash in the middle lanes there. This is starting to back things up. It's rather heavy from before Winnetka. And then it stays heavy, actually, past the crash, all the way over to the 170 flip. Let's go to Brian. He's got the Pacific Coast Termite 5 jam cam.
Still working on this crash northbound side, Lakewood Rosemead. This involved the motorcycle. They're getting that on the flatbed now. 2 left lanes still blocked, and you're still jammed from Carmenita. And listen, if you were opting for Telegraph Road, I'd probably stick with the freeway at this point. Telegraph is starting to load up. Once you're past Lakewood Rosemead, the 5, man, it is wide open all the way up through the 710. Let's go back to the 210 to Lakeview Terrace. Get an update from Scott Burt.
Got a real bad crash with a big rig and possibly somebody trapped in a car. 210 eastbound coming up on Osborne. We had a call on this. It's the 2 left lanes that are blocked. It's really jammed from about McClay, but they're slowing as far back as Polk on that 210. So use Foothill instead of the 210 freeway. Also affecting that 118 eastbound coming in now from San Fernando Road over to the 210, and expect some additional slowing on that 210 as you leave the San Montajaga area heading through the Verdugo Pass down toward the 2. 5 Orange County, Desmond Shaw.
And boy, has Orange County sure been suffering. It's really because of that closure of the 241, and now a slew of problems on the 5. Northbound 5, this is in Mission Viejo at Oso Parkway. Injury crash on the right shoulder. Look for the right lane to be blocked and back up from the beginning of the 73 toll road. Patchy slowing from there up to the Y, and then really solid up to the Orange Crush. There was a stall at Red Hill. That's cleared over to the shoulder. And southbound 5 at Main Street trying to clear a stall out of the carpool lane. Frustrates you from the 91.
And of course, the 241 is closed from Santiago Canyon up to the 91. 91 jammed out of Corona. 55 south jammed from the 91 down to the 5. The 57. Just a miserable drive from Diamond Bar all the way into the Crush. Our next report's 8:15. I'm Jennifer York with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Currently, downtown Los Angeles has 65 degrees. It's 59 in San City. We'll see a high in the mid to upper 70s today under sunny skies.
8:08 at KNX, continuing our in-depth team coverage of the Harvey Weinstein scandal. Top officials at the Academy, the Film Academy, planning an emergency meeting this weekend to talk about Harvey Weinstein and the allegations against him. They could end up suspending or revoking his membership. He's been a member of the Academy for 20 years. Earlier this week, the BAFTAs went to suspend Weinstein's membership, and the Academy here in Hollywood has already issued a statement describing his sexual misconduct, the allegations, as repugnant.
Producer, actress, and voiceover artist Emily Bass works for the crowdfunding site Seat and Spark. She tells KNX that there is a climate of fear in Hollywood.
There's tons of coded language in our business. Employers asking for young, upstart, assistant people to have really thick skin. And that message is, you better be prepared to receive abuse. And if you don't receive it well, that's your problem, not ours. This is everywhere.
She says it's difficult to determine just how many cases of abuse might be in Hollywood because of all of the non-disclosure agreements.
As more developments on the Harvey Weinstein story come out, we'll bring them to you. Your next update comes at the bottom of the hour.
The possibility of red flag fire conditions will loom for the next few days across Southern California and parts of LA and Ventura counties, most at risk. Let's get more on that now from KNX 1070 Speed Demetrio.
The next 24 hours are going to see a marked change in the weather forecast, according to the Weather Channel's Ray Staging.
San Fernando Valley Fire Weather Watch. Santa Monica Mountains and the recreational areas also under a fire weather watch. Red flag warnings also just inland. Continue to see a high fire danger.
Now, for LA residents, LA Fire spokesman Brian Humphrey says if you've done the physical prep around your home, well, you've only done part of it. The other thing you need to do is get your mindset right when red flag conditions actually begin.
We're asking KNX listeners to do their best to survey their property and their home and to ask themselves, if a wildfire were to affect their neighborhood, their home, or their community, how they might respond.
The high-risk fire weather is only going to tail off on Monday. Reporting live, Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Latest coming out on that fire burning in Orange County. It's still 60% contained. They're hoping to get control of it by Saturday. Over 9,000 acres have burned, 23 structures destroyed, many of those homes. But the people who had been evacuated, the last of them were allowed to go back home, and the schools that were closed are back open this morning. Coming up, we're going to go back to Lakeview Terrace, East 210 before Osborne had this crash affecting the left lane, and the 210 is back from Polk. And also traffic now backing up onto the 118, so big mess over there. We'll tell you more coming up at 8:15. Right now it's 8:10.
Brought to you now by Pacific Coast Termite.
Wouldn't it be great if you could see the traffic before you got there? With the KNX 1070 Eye in the Sky, we can.
Scott Bird at Pacific Coast Termite, Sky 3.
I think we can call this Friday morning light.
We've got the roads you drive most covered, with traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s and our Eye in the Sky. Sponsored by PacificCoastTermite.com for orange oil termite treatment on KNX 1070 News Radio.
Driving a Lexus is amazing. For an amazing buying experience, visit Tustin Lexus, where you'll enjoy one of Southern California's largest Lexus inventories. Plus, the service and parts department opens 7 days a week. Tustin Lexus. Experience amazing right from the start.
Good morning, Southern California. Ty Pennington here from Extreme Makeover. It's termite swarming season. Are you seeing them flying around your house, restaurant, or apartment building? The damage I've seen from termites would make your skin crawl. Termites don't fly off when you ask them to. I recommend Pacific Coast Termite to take them out. Start with a free, thorough inspection by a uniformed professional, and they email you his picture before he even arrives. Next, Pacific Coast Termite uses orange oil to kill termites on contact, and they use the revolutionary product Ultraset, which destroys termites in the ground or wood. Either place, they're gone. And with orange oil and Ultraset, there's no tinting, no bagging your food and clothes, and no move out. You, your family, and tenants can stay home. So if you see termites swarming, call the best in the business for a free inspection. Call 800-PACIFIC. Pacific Coast Termite has treated over 50,000 California homes and offers a full 2-year warranty on termite services. Call 800-PACIFIC today for 10% off. That's 800-PACIFIC, or go to PacificCoastTermite.com.
It's late, real late. Most of the Western Hemisphere is sleeping, but you're staring at a crack in the ceiling above your bed, and, oh, you're thinking, are you? Well, that's no good. Nothing good comes from thinking this late. It's the type of thinking that only comes when you're worried about something big, something like your medical bill. But then, you realize you have Anthem Blue Cross. They provide real people to talk to who can get you on the right track, right then and there on the phone. just one more way that Anthem is changing the game in health insurance. Now let's make a mental note to get someone to look at that ceiling for you, and let's go ahead and get some shut-eye.
For all the things that keep you up at night, Anthem has a solution. Real people, empowered to get you on the right track so you can rest easy. Anthem Blue Cross. Rest easy. To learn more...